name is Jeannie, and this is my YouTube page or YouTube channel. And the topic for today is going to be Nichiren Buddhism, or I'll discuss like the teachings of Nichiren Buddhism. So I actually made a playlist of all of the Nichiren Buddhism related videos that I created, because my channel is not just about Buddhism, it's also about my coaching and books, book reviews, interviews, and also like movie reviews at times. But it's mostly like for coaching, and that's mainly what my channel is about. But from time to time, I do discuss Nichiren Buddhism. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience with chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So I started chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo sometime in 2007, and at that time, like, I had a low life state. So what does a low life state mean? It means that I was depressed, and like I didn't have any direction with my life, and I wanted to do things, but I never really had the means, or just or something was just stopping me from going after what I really wanted. And so I noticed when I started chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, from being depressed, from being someone who was depressed, I became happier and happier. And each year I just became happier and happier and happier and happier. And that's just by chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. At first, I didn't believe chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I was open to it because I'm always an open-minded person. I like to try things at least once. And I was just open-minded, and my cousin told me, just chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo and your wishes will come true. And at that time, I had like several wishes, and it came true all of a sudden. I was like so scared. At first I was like, is this a coincidence? And so I really like experimented with chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and I got a promotion, and I got money, and I got, so my dream was really to live and work in New York City, and I was able to achieve that. I lived and worked in that area for almost 5 years. And then when it was time to move on, like, I'm now in a different part of America. So I just noticed that all of the things that I desired, I slowly was able to take them off from my bucket list. And of course, there's like other things that I haven't ticked off yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on my way there. And one of my greatest dreams was always to become a writer, and now I'm an author of like a dozen books. And right now I have bigger goals for that as well. I really desire to do that full time, and to do that as a means of like earning income, and just full time as well. So, and also like I used it for work as well. So the working conditions that I had initially, they were pretty severe. They were pretty bad, and the working environment that I was in before, it was unhealthy. And then I just, through chanting, I was just able to like elevate my life condition, my life, the circumstances of my life. And I'm now in a job that, at first, initially, it was really hard job, like, and I felt like I wasn't appreciated. But now, like, I feel like I'm part of a team, and there's appreciation, and the environment as well that I'm in, it's healthier as well, work-wise. And but it wasn't always like that. And so that's what I want to tell people that when you chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, because at first I thought it was magic, you know, like, oh, I'm chanting for this, this, and that, I got it. It's not magic. It's like you set an intention and you chant so that you elevate your life condition. You have more life force, you have more life, you have more energy so that you can go after your goals. But it's the the finish line is often like it's going to have obstacles for sure. And that was one of the things that I didn't understand before. When I started chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, I thought like, oh, it's just going to be smooth sailing because I'm chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. But actually what happens is when you chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the things that are holding you back in the background and all the little suffering underneath, when you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, it just comes up because that's really what you need in order to achieve your goal, in order to achieve your dreams. So it's like once you intend for something to happen, it's not going to be without obstacles. It's a given. There's always going to be resistance, especially from yourself, not just in your external environment, but from yourself as well. And that's the thing, you just continue on chanting no matter what until you achieve your goal. And it's easier said than done, and I've been doing this for a while, and I still like go back to my usual like defeatist attitude before. But now the only difference now is that, you know, I can chant in order to turn things around. Yeah, so it's not magic. When you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, you don't miraculously like get a promotion, you know? You don't miraculously get money. And it happens through certain circumstances and through certain steps that you need to take. So just chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo puts you in the right direction, puts you in the right mental state, puts you in the right energy, the right like life force. You have life force, the right action. So that's what it essentially does. And it's as if, you know, things like magically happen, but they don't really. You're just led or guided to it through your higher self, which is what we actually summon when we chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And the thing that you need to know as well is when you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is the bigger your goal, the bigger the obstacles. If you really desire really something, the obstacles are really going to be gigantic as well, because you know, it's the reason why you don't have the big thing yet, because there's a big obstacle in underneath that. And when you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, you're kind of excavating all of those resistances, beliefs, memories will start to pop up, and it's just really like a work in progress. And it's like chipping away at like marble or something, you know, or it's like mining actually, like you just chip away at it, you know, a little at a time. So of course, a lot of Daimoku, a lot of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo helps, but that desire, that goal will come into fruition at the right time. You know, you don't know, like you're just gonna chip away at it through Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and but you don't know, you know, when exactly, and you just keep chipping away, because like we, especially for the bigger goals, your karma, if it's bigger, so the karma, not really karma, but the obstacles are really heavy as well. So just chip at it, just chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and also work in your other smaller stuff. But what I've come to realize when I started chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the thing itself isn't what leads you to be happy. It's more like the process is what makes you happy. It makes you stronger. It turns you into a happier person. The journey you've been through, and the person that you've become as a result of going after your goals. But it's not the end result per se, but it's like the feeling of relief, the feeling of accomplishment, that yes, I was able to overcome those obstacles that were in the way. So because like life is a mystery and we don't really know exactly, why things happen, and why bad things can happen, because it's like in the surface we can't really see what's going on subconsciously. We can also see what's going on generationally as well. And some people also, they believe in like past existences. We also don't know the causes that were created in the past as well. So it's like it's a mystery. But the things that happen at the right time and the things that don't happen at the right time, it's really a mystery. But just continue to chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, because there will be a solution to every problem. And sometimes it's not always clear, but just always continue to chip away at it. I have like certain goals that, that they're still like in the process of coming into fruition, but it's like I'm still chipping at it, and that's okay. And that's the thing, don't be too hard on yourself, because before I thought that, oh, I'm gonna chant like a billion daimoku or whatever, like I'm just gonna sit down and meditate or chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo for hours, and then it's just gonna, it's just gonna like pop up, Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. It takes like, it's like a process as well. As I said, it's not like more like the goal itself. It's like the person that you become in the process that's really important. And I didn't get this at first, because I was just chanting. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm chanting, like I'm changing my karma. Like I'm creating so many things. But like the big ones with the big obstacles, like I just kind of like stopped and like froze. And I'm like, oh, like how do I deal with this? And apparently to deal with the big stuff, may it be relationships, health issues, or whatever, is just to chip away at it slowly but surely. So chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, it does lead one to be happy, because and as I'm saying, like happiness is not the absence of obstacles. In fact, it's like happiness is the end product of going through that process of overcoming the obstacles. So, but most certainly, when you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the problem that you thought was like super big before, when you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, it just slowly gets smaller. Like you chip away at it. And yeah, so I'm very grateful that I started chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And I'm glad that, I don't know, like I'm glad that in a way I was kind of like just learning in the process of doing it, because like looking back, that was the best way for me to understand the practice, which is just, to jump. It's like the only way you're gonna learn how to swim or ride a bike is by riding a bike or swimming. The only way that you learn how to drive a car is by driving a car. And it's the same way with chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. The only way that you're going to test this practice, if this practice really works, is by chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. But I have to tell you that, it's not going to be like easy. It's the road. It's very simple. You just chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. But it's going to be a bumpy ride, and if you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo with, like me before, like, with rose-tinted glasses, like thinking, oh, it's just gonna be, I'm just gonna chant. No, there's a lot of things that go on in the process, and you will excavate the pain, like the suffering is gonna come out, and you have to be ready for it and just continue to chant. Don't stress about it too much. Just continue to chant whatever is in the way. Just continue to chant. And if you feel like you can't function for that day, just chant a lot of daimoku. And I've experienced this before where I wasn't really functional because I was just so distraught. I just chanted a lot of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. It's like I would chant for hours just because I couldn't get through the day, and it kind of helps you as well. So yeah, I'll be posting more videos like this because I'd like to help people that are starting their journey or have started their journey but are encountering difficulties along the way. You will have it. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. You will have very days that feel like it's insurmountable, but just continue to chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. It really does help. It also helps that if you're feeling like down, that to chant with other people as well. Chanting in a group also just helps elevate your life. Like, it just makes things easier, things lighter, even if it's heavy. And yeah, and that's it. And good luck on when you start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, or if you're already chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, just continue. I've been there before, and I'm still in the process. There's still certain goals that I haven't achieved yet, and it's just really causing me a lot of doubt and pain as well. But as I said, just continue to chip at it, and then who knows, maybe that final Nam Myoho Renge Kyo might be that Nam Myoho Renge Kyo that causes you to break through that obstacle. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. And do like, subscribe, and look at my other, the playlist for Nichiren Buddhism. There should be relevant videos there.